Tuesday, September 1st, 2015, Village of Peoria Heights Board of Trustees meeting. Meeting is now called to order. Would you please rise and join us in the pledge of the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Present.
Trustee Carter.
Present.
Trustee Mariscal.
Present.
Trustee Cumming.
Present.
Trustee Reichert.
Present.
Trustee Fuller.
Okay, thank you very much. First order of business tonight is the approval of the Board of Trustees minutes for our August 18th meeting. Are there any changes that need to be made to the minutes?
I move to approve the minutes as submitted.
We have a motion from Trustee Reichert.
Second.
Second from Trustee Mariscal. All those in favor of approving the Board of Trustees minutes for August 18th, 2015 as submitted, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. Thank you. The ayes have it. Board has approved the minutes for the August 18th meeting as submitted. Next order of business tonight is correspondence, and that will be presented by our village clerk, Shauna Musselman.
I have no correspondence this evening.
All right. Thank you very much. I had an announcement somewhere, but I don't have it in this folder, so I promise you, next time, I'll have a very important announcement, if I can remember what it was. So we'll go right to trustee reports, and first up will be Public Works with Trustee Harn.
Thank you, Mary Ellen. I have a couple of things. The seal coating is done for the year. The Atlantic water main is being done right now, so that's in process. And we got our material quote back on our salt. We will be buying our salt for $60.87 a ton, which is really a good price. I think the private world's paying close to $100 a ton for it, so we're happy about that. I think that's all for right now.
Didn't we pay like $72 for it last year?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact, I know it was in the 70s, right?
We actually, most places were in the 70s last year. We were on the tail end of an old contract. We were like high 50s last year.
Nice.
But I think I was just telling you horror stories about other communities paying 70, so.
But under promise, over deliver.
Yeah, regardless, we continue to do pretty well on these state bids, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Bob had us at a good price. Came into a good, or was that your negotiations last year?
That was yours, wasn't it?
Yeah, but we can let Bob have that.
He had a good deal going for many years. We got to give him credit.
Well, we'll give him 21% of the credit.
There we go.
I'll take
Mr.
that.
Director. Okay.
5-7.
Yeah, 5/7. Any questions at all for Trustee Harn? Okay, thank you again. We'll move to administration personnel with Trustee Cumming.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. I have nothing this evening.
All right, thank you. We'll go to economic development, village improvements with Trustee Carter.
Thank you. I have nothing.
All right, thank you. Trustee Fuller could not be here tonight. Chief, any news on the police department front?
The only announcement I have is the next Neighborhood Watch meeting will be September 28th, 6:30 here at Village Hall.
All right. Thank you, Chief. We'll go on to building property maintenance with Trustee Mariscal.
I have one thing to report. Matt met with two contractors and we'll be getting proposal for some maintenance and repair work. So as soon as we get those quotes, we will let you guys know.
All right, thank you. Any questions at all for Trustee Mariscal? Okay, thanks again. We'll close out with the fire department with Trustee Reichert.
I have nothing to report this evening.
Okay, thank you. Well, comments from the audience? So if anybody in the audience has a care, concern, question, Roberta? You look plenty angry.
I do. Thank you.
Well, we thank everyone for attending. No old business tonight, so we'll go to new business, and first up will be a special use renewal, and that will be presented by Trustee Carter.
Thank you. Everyone has in their packet the Carrie's his inspection for Chuck's Auto Sales. It looks like he's meeting his special use permit guidelines, so I make a motion for the extension of 3 months.
Okay, we have a motion from Trustee Carter.
Second.
Second from Trustee Cumming. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of the special use renewal for Chuck's Auto Sales as presented by trustee Carter. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Carter.
Aye.
Trustee Mariska. Trustee Cumming.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the special use permit renewal for Chuck's Auto Sales as outlined by trustee Carter. Next order of business tonight is ordinance 2015-1452, which will be presented by trustee Harn.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. This is an ordinance providing for the vacation of Leela Court and Second Terrace located in Gibson and Miller's Terrace Woods subdivision located in the village of Peoria Heights. We would like to vacate lots 1 through 6, and the PIN numbers are here attached. This was an old subdivision that was platted like in the 40s or 50s. It's up on the hill. If you're looking up the hill from Galena Road, it's behind those apartments there by Sadowski's Boat Club. And this just needs to be done because if someone went up there and tried to vacate it, it would be so expensive to build retaining walls and roads, and you have a potential for like a mudslide situation like East Peoria. It's just better to be done with it. So I make a motion that we vacate the lots, the ordinance 2015-1452.
I have a motion from trustee Harn,
Second.
second from trustee Cumming. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of ordinance 2015-1452, an ordinance providing for the vacation of Leela Court and Second Terrace located in Gibson and Miller's Terrace Woods subdivision, as outlined by trustee Harn. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Carter.
Aye.
Trustee Mariska.
Aye.
Trustee Cumming.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved ordinance 2015-1452 as outlined by trustee Harn. Next order of new business tonight is a site plan approval request for 5619 North Galena Road, and that will be presented by trustee Cumming.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. Last month, the Planning Commission met to review a proposed site plan for relocation of Central Illinois Line X, owned by Mr. Bob Robertson. And what they do is they do the spray-on protective coating for bed liners for trucks. Mr. Robertson would like to relocate down to 5619 Galena Road, and during the Planning Committee meeting, which Trustee Harn and I attended, a lot of good questions were asked concerning the chemicals that Mr. Robertson uses for the process to spray these bed liners, and we found that through Mr. Robertson and some information he provided that this process is environmentally friendly, and the compound that they do spray dries within 5 seconds. So the environmental concerns were allayed, and there were also some concerns about having the building viewable from St. Joseph's Court, and what the plan would be to implement any kind of natural barrier or landscaping for aesthetic purposes. Based on the answers that Mr. Robertson provided, the Planning Commission voted 4-1 to approve the site plan. And tonight, what I'm asking for is a motion to approve the site plan as presented by Mr. Robertson. There are still some hurdles that need to be crossed as the official final plans for the building will need to be signed off on by a licensed architect, and then obviously the building and the grounds need to meet all of our commercial building and life safety codes.
Okay, we have a motion from trustee Cumming,
Second.
second from trustee Harn. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of the site plan request for 5619 North Galena Road. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Carter.
Aye.
Trustee Mariska.
Aye.
Trustee Cumming.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the site plan request for 5619 North Galena Road as presented by trustee Cumming. Last order of new business tonight is an approval for well number 11, and that will be presented by trustee Harn.
Thank you, Mary Ellen. As everyone knows, we had problems with our pump, and when they took the pump out of the well, they started inspecting the well, and they seen that there were a lot of other issues as well. And the well basically needs to be rehabbed, and the cost will be $52,556. So I make a motion that we approve rehabbing well number 11 with a cost not to exceed $53,000 to the Cahoy Group.
Have a motion from trustee Harn,
Second.
second from trustee Reichert. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes?
I do. If we do the 53,000, is that going to be enough for the freight charges? Because it says to be announced, be determined.
I don't know. I'm not sure what the freight will be. I'm thinking that some of these other things should come in under, so we'll be close. If we need to come back for a little bump, we can do that. It's going to be several weeks before the work's actually done.
And this doesn't include the motor, right?
No.
This includes, it has since been determined that our motor could be repaired. We didn't need to replace it, and so this price does include rebuilding our motor. So this will be our motor rebuilt and then all
Okay.
new inner workings for the whole well.
Okay.
Yep. The well lasted 20 years without really having any money put into it, so it's due.
Any other questions at all for trustee Harn? Okay, once again, this is for board approval for the rehabilitation of well number 11, not to exceed $53,000 to the Cahoy Group as outlined by trustee Harn. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Carter.
Aye.
Trustee Mariska.
Aye.
Trustee Cumming.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Aye.
Thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the rehab for well number 11 as outlined by trustee Harn. Next order of business tonight are the payment of the bills, and those will be presented by our village clerk, Shauna Musselman.
All right, this represents the bills presented at the August 26th Departmental Committee of the Board. The general fund expenditures are $342,752.18. MFT expenditures are $45,166.36, for total expenditures in the village account of $387,918.54. And the waterworks expenditures were $75,868.54.
Thank you. Any questions at all regarding the bills as read?
I move that we pay the bills as read.
We have a motion from trustee Cumming,
Second.
second from trustee Harn. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Carter.
Aye.
Trustee Mariska.
Aye.
Trustee Cumming.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the payment of the bills as read. We're going to ask the board to go into executive session regarding property. First, we want to let everyone know that the next departmental committee meeting will be held Tuesday, September 22nd at 6:30 p.m. And the next Board of Trustees meeting will be held Tuesday, September 15th at 6:30 p.m. You're more than welcome to stay through the executive session, but after that, all we'll be doing is reconvening to adjourn the meeting fully. This time, ask the board to make a motion for the board to go into executive session for property.
I move that we adjourn to executive session.
Have a motion from trustee Cumming,
Second.
second from trustee Mariskal. All those in favor of going into executive session at this time, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. Thank you, the ayes have it. Board will now go into executive session. We thank everyone for attending.